Have you ever seen an NFL team fumble their future so badly they might hand a top-tier rookie to a division rival for free? The Bengals' first-round pick is locked out. Tensions are boiling, and if Cincinnati doesn't fix this fast, they could lose everything, while the rest of the league circles like sharks. This isn't just a contract issue. This could be the wildest draft disaster we've seen in years. This might be the most unbelievable story in the NFL right now, and barely anyone's talking about it. The Cincinnati Bengals, one of the most talented rosters in the league, are on the verge of completely sabotaging their own first-round pick, and not by accident. Through a mix of stubbornness, old-school thinking, and flat-out cheapness, they might actually lose their star rookie, and possibly hand him over to a division rival. Meet Chuckabuka Godric Stewart, the dominant pass rusher out of Texas A&M. He was supposed to be the answer to Cincinnati's defensive problems, a future face of the franchise. But instead of preparing for his rookie year, Stewart hasn't shown up to a single team activity. Rookie minicamp? He skipped. OTAs? Nowhere to be seen. Mandatory minicamp? Still holding out. And why? Because the Bengals, unbelievably, are trying to insert contract language that would allow them to cancel Stewart's guaranteed money in future years. Yes, they're actively trying to reduce the financial security of their first-round pick just to save a few dollars. In 2024, this isn't normal. Most teams give top picks multi-year guarantees. It's basic NFL business. But Cincinnati, they've always been different. Let's not forget, this is the same ownership that refused to guarantee money past year one of any contract until Joe Burrow forced them to change with his mega deal. It's the same front office that still relies heavily on ticket sales and concessions just to fund player salaries. Most NFL teams operate as billion-dollar brands. The Bengals act like a corner store trying to survive the offseason. But here's where things get really wild. According to NFL rules, if Cincinnati doesn't sign Stewart by August 5th, 30 days before the season starts, they lose the right to trade him altogether. After that, it becomes a public standoff that could drag into the fall. The real doomsday date? November 11th. If Stewart isn't signed and ready to play by then, he becomes ineligible to take the field for the entire season. But the nuclear option comes next. If Stewart decides to sit out the year, he can re-enter the 2026 NFL Draft. And when that happens, any team, except the Bengals, can draft him. Imagine that. A former first-round talent, now more mature, more NFL-ready, entering the draft pool again. 31 teams could take a shot. And Cincinnati? They'd be forced to watch it happen. This is no longer just a rookie holdout. It's a full-on gamble with massive consequences. And one team is already lurking in the shadows. The Atlanta Falcons. Could they be the dark horse ready to steal Stewart right out from under Cincinnati? How would you handle this if you were running the Bengals? Should Stewart stand his ground, or is Cincinnati making a smart move? Drop your take in the comments and rate the level of chaos this could cause from 1 to 10. Let's talk football. What if I told you the Atlanta Falcons might be watching the Bengals self-destruct and preparing to strike? This isn't just about one rookie. This is about a bold front office, a broken deal, and a golden opportunity that could send shockwaves through the entire NFC South. Atlanta might just be ready to finish what Cincinnati started and steal a franchise pass rusher in the process. Here's where this wild story turns into something even bigger, something that could shake the entire NFC South. According to sources close to the Falcons draft team, Chuckabuka Stewart wasn't just on their radar, he was high on their board the whole time. During the pre-draft process, Atlanta went deep on Stewart. Private workouts, multiple college visits, extensive background checks. They didn't just like him, they were seriously interested. And if you watched Atlanta during this year's draft, you saw it. They were aggressive. They traded back into the first round to grab Brolin Trice, a powerful edge rusher they just couldn't pass up. It was a clear signal. This team is ready to sacrifice future picks for immediate firepower. And now, Stewart might be gift-wrapped and delivered to them by Cincinnati's mistakes. Just think about the chess game in play here. Atlanta came into the draft targeting multiple pass rushers. They walked away with Jalen Walker at number 15 and Trice later in the first round, but what if they were playing a deeper game? What if Stewart was plan A and this whole thing has just opened the door to complete the set? Imagine Falcons GM Terry Fontenot sitting in his office right now watching Cincinnati crumble and thinking, one more move and we finish this. And from a football standpoint, it makes perfect sense. Atlanta runs a 3-4 defense. That means they need a mix of edge defenders and traditional down linemen. Jalen Walker and Brylan Trice are both athletic outside linebackers, but Stewart fits a different role as a true defensive end. 3 players, 3 roles, all chasing one goal, get to the quarterback. And we already know this front office is willing to deal. Sure, they traded away their 2025 first-round pick, but they've still got plenty of other assets. And if the Bengals start feeling the pressure, and make no mistake, they will, those assets might look better and better by the day. But this goes beyond just one trade. This might be history in the making. In the modern NFL, teams almost never trade away first-round picks before they ever play a snap. The last time we saw anything close? Probably the Eli Manning-Phillip Rivers swap in 2004, and that was a draft day deal, not something that dragged into training camp. If Stewart actually forces his way out of Cincinnati, it sets a massive precedent. It tells future rookies, you don't have to accept a bad deal just because of where you were drafted. It could change how contracts are written for top picks. It could shake front offices across the league, and everything hinges on one date, August 5th. That's not just a deadline. It's the day that could reshape the future of 2 franchises and maybe the league itself. Should the Falcons make a move for Stewart? Is Atlanta the perfect fit, or will another team swoop in first? And if you were Cincinnati, would you cave or call his bluff? Let me know in the comments, and rate the Falcons' chances of pulling this off from 1 to 10. Tick, tick, tick. Time is running out for the Bengals. Every hour they wait, the window for fixing this mess gets smaller. And the Falcons? They're waiting, watching, and might just be ready to strike. This isn't just about money anymore. It's about pride, people, and a rookie fighting for his future in the most brutal sport on earth. If the Bengals don't end this standoff before August 5th, their choices shrink fast. They'll be stuck with only 3 options. Give in to Stewart's contract demands, watch him sit out the entire season, or scramble to find a trade before the deadline closes the door. For the Atlanta Falcons, that deadline might be the golden window they've been waiting for. They've already shown the league that they're not afraid of bold moves, adding Chuckabuka Stewart to a rotation that already includes Jalen Walker and Brylan Trice. That's not just exciting, that's terrifying for NFC quarterbacks. It would instantly give Atlanta one of the nastiest pass rushes in the conference. So let's be clear, this isn't about whether it's a smart football decision, it absolutely is. The real question is, will Cincinnati swallow their pride before it's too late? But beyond all the rumors, the headlines, and the trade talks, there's a deeper side to this story. A human side. This isn't just some greedy rookie demanding more cash. Stewart is standing up for something bigger. He's pushing back against contract language that could cost him his guaranteed money if he ever gets injured or suspended. And let's be honest, in a sport like football where careers can end in a single snap, is that really too much to ask? He's not demanding millions more. He's just asking for basic protection, for the right to fight on the field without wondering if one wrong move ends both his career and his bank account. And the Bengals, they're digging in, hard. They're more focused on protecting themselves from what-ifs than they are on building trust with the young star they just drafted. That tells you everything you need to know about how this team operates. So what happens next? The story is far from over. The next few weeks? They could decide the fate of multiple franchises. If you're a Falcons fan, don't ignore this story. Don't brush it off as just another rookie drama, because for the first time in modern NFL history, a team might lose a first-round pick before he ever takes a snap, and another team could come in and grab him for a discount. It's rare, it's unprecedented, and it's real. The Bengals are in a corner they built themselves with stubbornness and outdated thinking. And while they stall, the Falcons, and maybe others, are in position to take advantage. So remember this moment, because if you see Stewart wearing red and black this fall, you'll know exactly how it happened and why the entire NFC South needs to wake up fast. What do you think? Could the Falcons actually pull off one of the most shocking trades in NFL history? Should Stewart hold the line, or should the Bengals just cave already? Drop your full take in the comments and rate this drama from 1 to 10. How wild could this get before it's over?